All right, so now that we are we're in the thick of it here, we're going for it. Let's name our project, okay? It's going to be your last name. You know what? Let's just do all caps. Your last name, Bandlab Review. Your last name, Bandlab Review, all right? Now, we've set our drum set up, okay? I've decided to go with the lo-fi kit. Nice, okay? The lo-fi kit. Is that what I wanted? Sure, yeah, the lo-fi kit. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to roll with what this down here sounds like, okay? So I can add extra snare drums, I can change the bass drums, but why don't we all start from scratch? If you click on the colors that exist, you can get rid of the colors that exist. We want to start from scratch, okay? Now, if you look real close, you'll see that we have some light gray boxes and then some dark gray boxes, okay? Light gray again, dark gray. This is broken up into generally groups of 4, okay? Each one of these would be a measure. I don't want to go too far into the music explanation, but just know you have 4 groups of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we start again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go to light gray, we start again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Now, the simplest thing to do is to start by doing your hi-hat, okay, on every other beat. You could do it on every single beat, but it might be kind of intense. That's kind of a lot. So let's do every other beat. All right. Is that right? It's right. Okay. Now, we're going to do a simple beat that has a bass drum on in the first row of every single one. So it's in the first row of these 4 grays, in the first row of these dark grays, and then the same thing for the other 2. And a snare drum on the third row of every single one. Okay. Let's hear how that sounds. Okay. Now, that's pretty basic, but I think we might have too many snare drums. Okay. Let's see. Let's change our snare drums to just the 4s. Okay. Let's get rid of every other snare drum. Okay. Let's get rid of all the snare drums now. And we're going to put an extra bass drum here. Get rid of the bass drum here. Put an extra snare drum in the first row of the second grouping of 4. And do the same thing for the other ones, okay? So make sure that yours looks like this at the moment, okay? There we go. Okay, so what we have here is on beats 1 and 3 of the first measure, our bass drum. On the first beat, beat 1 of our second measure, the snare drum. And then it repeats, bass, bass, snare. And just like that. Now, all of this is happening in pattern A here, as listed right here, pattern A, okay? But if you want pattern B, if you want to edit what's happening here, you have to click on B down here, okay? I'm going to let you design B on your own, okay? You can have it be similar to A, or you can have it be completely different. But just take into the consideration, you don't want there to be too much, okay? Design B on your own, and then move on to the next video.